What's up, Endurifiers? This is Mario, and I'm back with another episode of Endurify. And what I wanted to do today is I just wanted to share something that I'm experimenting with in my training. Typically my training cycle, if I'm training for a triathlon, looks a little bit like this. So the most important workouts are your long bike and your long run. And so since I typically have more time on the weekends, I'll have my long bike on Saturday and my long run on Sunday. And then Monday would be an off day. Tuesday would be a swim. Wednesday would be a bike or a short brick. And then Thursday is a run. And then Friday is a swim. So basically I get 2 bike rides, 2 runs, and 2 swims in during the week. And Tuesdays and Fridays swim, Wednesday and Saturday is bike, and then Thursday and then Sunday is my run. So I have a little bit of time to recover in between those 2 sessions. And so that's a pretty basic look at what a training block looks like. But since we're in Colorado and there's lots of exciting things that we want to do on the weekends with long hikes, with farmers market, with driving to different cities, with going to some of these different ski towns, I'm not going to have as much time to get my long bike and my long run in. And so one thing that I tried this morning is having my long run on Friday morning, which would open up either Saturday or Sunday to be my long bike. And it took a little bit of preparation because I wanted to go on a 9-mile run. We're like up in the mountains. So, there's tons of hills and tons of elevation gain where I'm at. And I wanted to do a mostly flat run. But I also had a meeting at 7:30, which is 8:30 Central Time. So I had to get up really early. So what I did is I decided to kind of lay out all of my gear, lay out my nutrition last night, and then set my alarm for 4:45 this morning, left the house by 5, got to my kind of run location by like 5:15, was able to get my hour and 20-ish minute run in, and then drive back, shower, eat a quick breakfast, and then have my first few meetings of the day. But I actually loved it. I really liked having my long run on Friday because I was able to kind of just think through my day, think through a couple of my meetings, and it felt really good going into a Friday morning already having my long run done, and I felt pretty mentally clear. It felt like I already had a big win for the day. And so that's like one thing that I'm kind of starting to experiment with is like, what would it look like to do my long runs during the week? Friday is one day I've considered. Monday is another day that I've considered, but I actually really like the idea of starting to do my long runs on like a Friday morning so that I have either Saturday or Sunday for my long bike, and the other day can be a rest day. And so just wanted to share that with you. The elevation is real here. It's crazy how just simple things like carrying stuff in and out of the car have impacted how heavily I'm breathing and how like gassed I feel. But I was able to do 9 miles this morning, kind of around an 8-minute and like 5-second mile pace. And I felt really good. And so that was just a kind of a big win for me, starting my Friday and heading into the weekend. And it all just came from kind of experimentation and looking at my weekend, looking at what I wanted to do, and then starting to think about what would it look like to do a long run on Friday morning, which is something that I rarely do. And so, that's just basically my message, and my quick story for today is just, even after training for triathlons for 8 years, I'm still experimenting with my training. And I'm still kind of learning new things that work for me and don't work for me. So as it relates to whatever you're trying to accomplish, however long you've been doing it, what's one thing that you can experiment with this upcoming week? Maybe it's one thing this weekend. But that's just a question I want you to think about as you're thinking about either your training, as you're thinking about your business, your podcast, whatever it is that you're trying to create. What's one thing that you can experiment with this week? that's my story. That's what I have for today. If this was helpful, please let me know in the comments. Let me know by leaving a review, by leaving a rating. Those are super helpful. And you can join Hula Hooper 150 by leaving an awesome 5-star review. I look forward to reading them. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.